Good morning, guys. What's up? Fixing to go on my hike. Sipping a little of my green tea here. I got a little not wild, it's mulberry tincture and a little wild crafted salt palmetto in here. Just a couple squirts. We're fixing to go out here in the boondocks. I got my little baggie. We're going to harvest some salt palmetto berries. Not many. Just enough to fill up a half a quart and make 1 jar of tincture. I've still got some tincture from 17, but I may go 3 years here with no berries. This thing is very unpredictable. Although it may continue pretty good now. I'm seeing bees. This spring is the first spring I've seen honeybees on these salt palmetto blooms. And for whatever reason, the love bugs weren't bad. These love bugs get all over these blooms. These honeybees don't want nothing to do with it. I don't know whether they put some kind of stink on there or what it is, but anyway. But this year it worked out. It's nature's funny. It's like queen cells. I got 2 out of what I had. There was 7 cells or something like that I had. Yeah, 5 of them were no good. They looked like I peeled them open because they were past due and hatch. I peeled them open, looked like they hit their halfway point, and then they checked out. And it could have been me not letting the room, not shutting off the AC unit. I probably chilled them, is what I probably did. A dummy rookie mistake, but anyway. That one queen, the first queen that hatched out, I showed you that. Man, she was just barely crawling. She was just like falling over and this and that. I thought, that thing ain't going to make it. But I looked in the cup, and bottom of the cup, there was no royal jelly left. When a queen hatches and you still got royal jelly in there, them deep bees did a good job. And the beekeeper also did a good job of setting that starter up and feeding it well and having plenty of nurse bees in there. You got to have that thing just packing out with bees to make good queen cells. It's kind of a pain in the ass, to be honest with you. And I don't know how much more grafting I may have an incubator for sale, guys, and some more grafting tools. I don't know, because I have such great luck, making splits between new moon and full moon, and doing walkaways. Anyway, I fed that queen, that really weak queen. I put a drop of water, drop of honey on there. I came back about noonish. She was scurrying around in there. She was doing fine. She drank her water and ate her honey. And by this time, another one hatched out, and that one was frisky. And it had extra royal jelly in there. Surprise, surprise. I fed her. By evening, they were scurrying around in there looking good. So then the next day, I introduced them. Anyway. Oh, I had my buddy Bill call. He called and I said, I've been thinking about you. I've been calling for 2 days and you're no answers. Yeah, I've been fighting with these damn doctors, he said. Why, he said. He was cranked. Oh, wow, Bill. He's as ornery as a western diamondback, I'm telling you. He's something else. Anyway, no, not western, eastern diamondback is where we're at. They're the big ones, right? He's as ornery as those. The Florida diamondback. I said, well, what's going on, bro? Oh, them sons of bitches. Yeah, I get down there for this, so they could do this procedure to check on me, because I said, what were they checking to begin with? Well, my heart's not pumping. It's only pumping a certain percentage, and they gave me this little pill. I started about to chuckle. I said, they gave you a little pill. Yeah, that little pill, he said, was to increase that flow on that heart. And they were going to check it to see if the pill is working. I said, Jesus, I mean, really? I said, this is more of the same, isn't it? The dog chasing his tail. I said, it's getting unbelievable, Willie. Getting unbelievable what's going on. And He said, oh, I'm just furious with these people. I said, they don't care if you're furious or not. They love it when you walk through that door. They're seeing dollar signs, buddy. You got to do self-care, not this health care. I said the health care system in this country, or any country as far as I'm concerned, is a freaking joke. I said the only reason I use these people is to monitor my own blood work. I want to see what ranges all my blood work in. They give you on the blood work sheet, highs, lows, this and that. When you see something in there high, a little alarm bell goes off, don't it? Of course, my cholesterol, that's always a beauty. Cholesterol, it always runs high on me. But you want to keep your trigs down and your HDL high. The LDL, I don't care if it shoots to the freaking moon. Okay, I don't care. And I tell my doctor that too. And he gets a little frown on his face and his big lip sticks out like a little baby, you know. These people are unbelievable, guys. It's got nothing to do with it. You know, the LDL, it's just nonsense. You go on a carnivore diet, guys, and the entire body goes back in alignment. It really does. It's crazy. It's crazy what they're pushing. So I said, why are you so mad? I get down there and then they come in. I'm sitting there waiting. They come in. Oh, sir, we got to reschedule you. What? Reschedule me? I've been waiting all this time to get in, you know, for the date to come around. All this time, you guys couldn't have picked up the phone and called me and said we got to reschedule you. You wait for me to get down here. He said I just blew up in there. I said, did you now? Did you show your ass to everybody in the waiting room too? Probably. I said, well, there you go. I said, did you feel better after that? I said, these people could care less. And they probably could care less if you fired them, because they have a waiting list 1.5 miles long out there, people to get in there. They don't care. They don't care. I said, how did your, he said, I told them to, when you finally get your head out of your backside, you call me. and make sure you know what you're talking about. Get your head out of your ass. I said, boy, you sure showed them. You sure showed them. And he said, you call me. By golly, and he said, next time I see that doctor, I'm going to give him a piece of my mind, because they need to get me fixed. And I started laughing. I said, they need to get you fixed. I got a better idea, Willie. You know, this ain't rocket science. Why don't you get your own self fixed? I said, by the way, how's the wife doing? She was the one throwing up all, can't keep food down. She's on the same standard American diet that he is, right? It's so stupid, guys, it's actually funny, okay? That's where we're at today with everything that's going on in the healthcare system. It's really something else, guys, I'm telling you. Same thing. He said, she's going to 3 specialists. This last specialist she just went to said, I don't really know. We need to send you back to the last specialist. She said, I don't want to see that guy. He didn't know what the hell he was doing. So she walked out. She gave him a piece. I said, boy, you two are 2 peas in a pod. You guys are beautiful. I need to take a GoPro camera in with you two and do a little sit down. I'll just tell them, hey, I'm the guardian here. I need to sit down. Just YouTube the whole thing. It'd have to be comical, guys. It really would. It really would. But anyway, that's where we're at there with those two. Oh, Willie and I go back to 1966. I ran into him in a woodshop class in school. I was making a sign. I was making a taxidermy sign in woodshop, and I had a pine back with. I had some scroll work on the ends. It was big letters too. I had big honking letters, like 4-inch or bigger letters. And I put the letters on top of walnut, mind you. And I was cutting out the entire word taxidermy. And I was going to fasten these to this big piece of wood. The back part was going to be blonde, you know, pine wood blonde, sealed up. It's going to be a sign you can hang outside with walnut letters. And the shop teacher came over. "What are you doing? That is walnut." I said, "Yes, sir. I want that bright, pretty, you know, wood to stand out." He said, "That's some expensive stuff you're doing right there, bud." "Yes, sir. Yes, sir." He said, "You're gonna pay. You got to pay this. You know." I think it was the last year in school too. I think it was the last year. I was working half a day in a gas station, and you go to school. They called it co-op back in the day. It was just an excuse to get out of, you know, to play hooky is what it was, and I loved that because I hated school. I liked ag, I liked biology, and wood shop and small engine work. Those shops, everything else, history and all that other stuff. No, you know, home economics and all that's garbage. I didn't want none of that. And that was failing and all that too, by the way. And I got my high school diploma by the skin of my teeth. I'm telling you. But anyway, that's another whole story. Anyway, he said, "Before you graduate, you're gonna have to pay this wood shop bill." I was running up all kind of stuff, guys. I was making canisters, running them on a lathe. More walnuts, stacking them up, different patterns, you know, and I stack them up real high, and I put a hub on the back, stick them on a lathe, and I was making pipe tobacco canisters and stuff like that. You could put cookies in them, whatever. I was running up a tab on lumber like unbelievable. That's where I met Willie way back in the day, and we became friends. He said, "I'm a hunter. I got a beagle. We can hunt rabbits." I said, "Sounds cool to me." I just got back up to Michigan at that time, and went from Florida to Michigan, and stayed up. My folks stayed up there 3 years, and they said, "We've had enough of this cold weather," and went back. Well, when they came back, I stayed up there. I stayed up an additional 3 years, and then the factories, everybody started going on strike and everything. You couldn't buy a job, so that's where I ended up back in Florida. But anyway, that's how I met the Willie up there, and we became very good hunting buddies. And he just finally threw in the towel here about 3 years ago. No more hunting for him, but he was one of these out west hunters, strapping guy. He was a lineman, guys. A lineman. You got to be in good shape for that, okay? Good shape for that one. You're putting on a set of spikes and going up a power pole and working on lines all day long. That's him. And now all he can do is ride his Harley. But I told him, I said, "Get out in the woods, do those hikes." But he doesn't want to do them. Have a beer and smoke some cannabis. That's it. That's what we do. And so anyway, you can't push people down a path, guys. You can't do it. If they ask, "What are you doing? You seem like you're in pretty good shape. What are you doing?" And it's funny when you go to a party or something, all at people my age, they all sit around talking about their health. "Oh, what medication are you on? How many pills?" "Oh, I got you beat. I'm on 7 medications." Oh boy, you hear them and the aches and the pains and the moaning and groaning, guys. It's quite amusing. It's quite amusing. And I was there once. I was there. Okay. At 45 years old, I was there with that group. And I'm still hanging around that group, and I still listen to them. Okay. So it is what it is. And so I just thought I'd give you an update on the Willie and how he's doing, and it doesn't look good. I hope he hangs in there well, but I don't think these things are going to change because he's a sugarholic. He's a sugarholic, And if you can't wean off of that stuff, it will kill you. It'll put you in the pine box way before your time, guys. Way before your time. And while you're waiting for that time, you're going to be miserable, okay? You're going to have aches. You're going to have pains. And like I told Willie, I said, you know what I get high on these days, Willie? Because I don't drink anymore. I don't drink anymore. You said, Steve-O, you make these tinctures with 100 proof vodka. I said, yes, I do. But you're taking it out in droppers full, like 2 droppers full, like 30, maybe 60 drops of the product, and you're getting an extract from whatever you're taking, whatever you're tincturing, right? It doesn't mean, the amount of alcohol that you're putting in there doesn't mean anything, in my opinion. So, yeah, I mean, you can go down whatever road you want to go down, guys, but I'll tell you what, I see so many guys the last 30 years of pain and suffering before they get shoved in a pine box. It's incredible and unnecessary. Unnecessary. All right. Get high. Like I told Willie, I get high. He said, what do you get high on? I said, I get high on life. I am high on life. And I really get high working bees. That's one of my, all the crazy things that I've done throughout my life. Bees are the most interesting thing that I've ever done. I mean, I've raised about every kind of critter on the planet. I mean, I haven't raised elephants, hippopotamus, or giraffes. I haven't raised any of those critters. But all the other farm critters I've raised. Done it my whole life. Even as a kid, I had a whole bedroom full of critters. I had a zoo in my bedroom anyway. But bees are the one thing that always has interested me. And I've been doing it since I was 13 years of age. So that's a few years. All right, let's go out and shh. Because I think this is illegal where I'm at. I'm in a preserve. But I don't see Johnny Warden. And I don't see the ranger. I see one car over here. So there's only 2 of us here. So I'm going to sneak out here and we'll harvest some after my walk, my 2-mile walk. We'll harvest some and sneak them back. And then we'll take them back to base camp and lay them out on a paper towels and put a small fan on them. Let them blow for about 3 days. I want them things to turn coal black. And once they do that, then we'll shove them in a coffee grinder and bust them up. And then fill up a mason jar about halfway, top it out with 100 proof vodka. We'll put a date, saw palmetto on the top, a date, and we'll come back 2 months. We'll shake it every day. Shake it once every day for 2 months, and we'll keep it in a dark room. Then we'll strain that and put it in a jar and add it to my 1,800 other witchcraft bottles of tincture. All right, let's get her done. Never know what you'll find out in the woods, guys. Never know. Yep. P for Publix. Brand new shopping cart. Yeah. Yeah, it's illegal. It's illegal to leave the property with one of these. This thing's brand new. Brand new. Homeless person. They left a nice little gift there for somebody, you know. Little cup. Little homeless person, yeah.
Probably living out here somewhere. Yeah. Oh well. Park ranger will find it, I guess. Return it to its proper owner. I found a nice stalk of palmetto berries just back down the trail. Actually, not far from my truck that we can get. Okay, let's go down the trail, see what other stolen stuff we can find. Looks like our homeless motorcycle camper guy's still here. Maybe he parties all night, guys, and sleeps all day. The life of Riley. Armadillo hole, guys. You can see where his tail, you can see where his feet were. Little claws, and you can actually see right there where his body, the imprint on his shell, right there, where he hooked and went in. You can see where his tail was sliding through here and going in. We've got literally millions of these things here. They're an invasive species. They've been here forever, though. I don't know what year they came in, but they've been here a long time. They do a lot of lawn damage. You can hunt them year round. I've eaten them. They taste actually like pork. Yeah. Here's a nice little specimen here, guys. You can see here that when you squat down to look at these things, be looking real close here. Diamondbacks love palmetto, saw palmetto. See, when you start getting them here turning black like this, it's time to harvest, guys. It's time to harvest these puppies. So just bring in a little plastic bag. Let's go to picking. Get the bigger ones. Yep. Like I said, keep an eyeball open for rattlesnakes. Because you are in rattlesnake country right now. Yes, indeed. Throw out the bad looking ones. Let the hogs eat them. Few more. That'll be enough. Leave the rest for the wildlife. Yeah, that's plenty. That's plenty, guys. Let's go back to base camp, set these up on a drying rack, and I need to get over there to my other bee yard and check them out. It's been a month. We get on over there. I got to suit up. It's cloudy and there's rains around, so I'm going to put a full suit on. They're not going to be happy to see me, I don't think. So we'll get over and get that done. Let me show you this cottonmouth infested hole here, guys. Again, be careful where you're walking. And there's another nice batch of berries. Wow, holy shamoles. You gotta love it, guys. Yeah, this hole right here, guys, it's not very big. This water is working alive, guys, with bullfrog tadpoles, minnows, and crayfish. And a year ago, I had a minnow trap in here. I made a crayfish trap and threw in here, and man, I was catching a lot of crayfish. And I was seeding another little spot over by my place that had bullfrogs, because bullfrogs love to eat crayfish. But what I've discovered is pompano like crayfish tail meat. Yeah, they like sand fleas, but some guy figured out that they pompano love crayfish, freshwater crayfish tail meat. So he said catch them and freeze them and then thaw them and then get the tails out, pinch the tail meat out, and put on your pompano hooks. So I'm going to give that a try. I'm going to set a trap in here and we'll see how we do. If you need to keep it up, though, I'm going to have to put a float on it, because I don't want to kill the bullfrog tadpoles, because if the trap submerges, they'll drown. They got to come up and get air. But I was catching a ton of great big, I mean, the bodies on them like this, bullfrog tadpoles. If you've ever seen them, they're big. And yeah, I should come down here with a spotlight at night and shine across here and see how many eyeballs are in here. But I know there's cottonmouth in here. I've seen them laying up on the sunning right there in that sunny spot there. They crawl up in there and get some sun. Yeah. All right, this will be another project we got going on, harvesting some mud bugs. Okay, guys, I'm in here in the shop, and get these berries all spread out here. Our little harvest. I may have a slight overkill here, but that's okay. Yeah, we just spread these puppies out like this. Yeah, that's all there is to it. Spread them out to where they're kind of not touching. You got to pick them just so they start to turn, guys. If you don't, the animals are coming in to get them. You won't have nothing. Deer, raccoon, everything eats them. Bears, everything eats these. So, and then that's how they get around too, because the seed inside, there's a thin membrane on these. Thin membrane around that big, fairly good sized seed in there. And they pass through the animal. They don't get broke down at all. And as soon as they pass through the animal, by, I don't know, about midsummer of the following season, these things sprout. They'll sleep all winter, and then they sprout. So there it is. We'll come back in about 3 days. These will be all black, and then we'll process them. Let's get out, and I got to make some feed up, some 1-to-1 syrup, and then we'll go to the other bee yard and get into them bees, because I haven't looked at them in a month. I got to check them out, make sure they're all right. See you at the other yard. Alrighty guys, first thing I like to do is walk around. Do they have pollen coming in? And everything I've seen so far has got pollen coming in. Yep, every hive here has got pollen coming in, so we like this. Steve-O likes this. So we want to check the strength of these colonies, and I want to do a mite wash on maybe 2 of them, just to see where we stand. Okay, this hive has got absolutely nothing going on here up top. Hopefully we got something below. I don't know. She's looking pretty darn weak to me, guys. She's looking kind of weak. It's a plugged up beetle barn. We'll change it out. Yeah, this hive's looking weak, guys. Very weak. So get over here in the light. Make sure we don't have a cloudy day. That doesn't help you find an egg. This is extremely weak hive. I don't see a queen here. Do a half a cup of bee wash here and see what we got. Take the rest of these bees back over here. Give them a dump. Well, we don't have a beetle problem. I like that. But she's a weak colony. I gotta make sure there's eggs in this thing. Got enough alcohol to do 2 washes. I'm seeing 2 mites. I'm seeing 2 mites, which isn't bad, but I like to see the 0 mites is what I like to see. So we're going to put some essential oil towels on here, and we're going to keep an eye on these guys. fine mesh here so we can salvage our yeah, it looks like 2 mites. Reload this for our next round. Stick that on, keep the bees out of it. Alright, let's pull another frame here and see if we can't find evidence of a queen here. Looks to me like this colony just starting back up. Who knows, it might have swarmed. I came over here one day borrowing resources. I could have robbed a queen or something crazy, you don't know. I forgot to bring my spotlight. So I'm having a hard time with spotting eggs. Yeah, there's eggs. There's eggs here. This thing is just I mean, they're like on the verge of starving to death, guys. There's no nectar in here at all. This is something you've got to keep an eye on. Definitely keep an eye on them. So it is queen right. This is good. I see no hive beetles. We see no hive beetles. Let's give them an essential oil towel. For this 5-framer, all you need is a half a sheet. We'll give them a new fresh beetle barn. There you go, girls. Chew on that. Chew on that, girls. So this thing needs food. And we'll come back. I'll come back September. We're going to do another alcohol wash. We will see how our towels are doing. Those are just essential oil towels. I do play with Amatraz too, also. And Amatraz is an excellent mite killer. You can get those Amatraz strips at any of your supply outfits. There you go, girls. A fresh bottle of syrup, and we'll move on to the next one. Okay, guys, it's plugged up. Let's look inside here just for giggles and see what we got here. Look at the beetles, guys. Look at the friggin' beetles. Would you believe it? Look at those things. One of Steve-O's enemies. Don't try to scrape these out. Just freeze them and you can take your finger and just go pop, pop, pop. But look at them beetles. They were right in the middle, ate all that bait and had a heart attack. I just love it, guys. I love it. Yeah, I love it. All right, this hive looks a little fatter, guys. This girl looks a little fatter. Look at her, nectar. Now, why in the heck, guys, is this guy got a nectar and this one don't, right next door, starving to death? Is it better bees? Could that be? Is that a possibility? Could it be, and is it a possibility? Well, here's some brood that's hatched. And I don't see any laid back, I don't see any eggs laid back here. That concerns me. course, there's no nectar coming in. She's not going to get excited about laying a bunch of eggs. There's not a bunch of nectar coming in. Same on this one. Let's go downstairs and see what's happening, because the top end is not exciting at all. That thing's got some weight to it, so I like seeing that. I like seeing that, and we got quite a few bees here. They're not pissy yet for some reason. I'm telling you, this is not a good day to work bees. It's cloudy. I got storms coming in. This outside frame is light, very light. Here's one of our homemade drone frame things. And they're thinking about making a bunch of comb there. I want to see some eggs, guys. If I don't see eggs, we don't have a queen going on here. Now, a lot of this is carnelian, and carnelians will just about stop laying, but they should be having a few eggs in here. We should be having a few eggs in here. And I'm not seeing nothing. I'm not seeing a thing, and that ain't good. That ain't good at all. There's a lot of bees here. There's a lot of bees here, and what we're going to do here, I'm going to rob a frame of eggs from the sister colony right here. Yes, I is. Yes, I is. At least I hope I can. I see no eggs here at all. It's another I don't like look to it. Yeah. That's one of them another looks that I don't like. Another plugged up barn. They're starting to get pissy. Yeah, I don't like this look at all, guys. I may be combining a couple of boxes here. is what I may do. Get over here in the light, see what we got. Yes, we have a queen here. We have a queen in this box. I don't need to go any further with this operation. We're going to combine these two. I'm going to combine these two colonies right now. You're going to say, Steve-O, them bees are going to fight like cats and dogs. Yeah. So what? Do I care? No. They'll fight it out. What are you doing, girl? You better get out of here, girl. These bees will sting your booty, girl. They will sting your booty. All right, I'm gonna guys put a. Go on, hon. Get out of here. Get out of here. I'm going to put a beetle barn in here. We're going to stick this one on. Yeah. What's wrong with you, girl? You know me. You know me. You know Steve-O. Four boxes high, guys. Think that's high enough? What you doing, girl? What you doing, girl? Huh? Hey, how you doing? Forgot to put a towel on, guys. Let's get a towel on them. Actually, let's get two towels on them. One on the top box and one below that. Let's put one right like that. And let's put one up here. Ouch. Quit stinging me, girls. Quit stinging me. Here we go. That'll work. That'll work. Yeah, what we'll do is come back and rob resources in September, because I'll make a split in September on the new moon, and we'll come and rob some of these resources out of here. We'll keep her fed, and she'll turn on and start laying really good. Plus, you're going to have all this force going back in there, too. You got to love that. You got to love it, guys. Let me put this lid. Put this lid with this combo here. Wondered why my pinky finger was throbbing. There was a stinger stuck dead in the center of it. Imagine that. Imagine that, getting stung in a bee yard, guys. What do we got with this one? I'd like to see something happy here, you know, guys? Oh, there a little beetle went. Little Mr. Beetle just ran down in there. Take this outside frame out, see what we got in here. I don't think we got much of anything in here. These bees are dying for food, guys. Yeah, I robbed resources here a while back on these, and they just have not recovered that much yet. They have not recovered because we just don't have that much nectar coming in. No resources hardly at all. No nectar. No eggs at all. Looks like a failing colony to me. No sign of a queen. At all. Let's see if we got any beetles here. I see 2 mites. I see 2 mites is all. Three mites is your threshold to treat. I may be able to chase them away with these essential towels. Yes, I might. Okay. I don't like what's going on here. Here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to start some real holy crap chaos, guys. I'm going to start some real holy crap chaos right here, right now. Get a couple more of these towels. All right, guys, this whole yard's got minimal resources here. They just need a lot of feeding. So I got to get over here every 3 days and add them another jar. And the new moon, we're good enough now with enough bees to protect this equipment from wax moth. I put in fresh towels, essential oil towels, fresh beetle barns, fresh jars of syrup. So I combined that hive with this one. They'll piss and moan for a little bit. They'll settle it out. There's a queen in there, quality on her. We're going to evaluate her. We don't like what we see. All of this stuff's going to get requeened. Yeah, we'll find the queen in there. If she don't start coming on good, we'll terminate her and start to put fresh queens in everything we got. Yeah. I might put fresh virgins in. We'll see what these virgins look like. Then I can come back in here and maybe terminate these queens. I have a shaker box too, where it's got an excluder on it. You can shake every frame into that box and then smoke them and they'll go down. And that queen will be in the bottom and run around in the excluder. We can run in there, grab her, pinch her, leave them shut down, queenless for 24 hours. And then come back in and introduce our virgins. We can go that route too. So, all right, guys. Thanks for tagging along with old Steve-O today, and we'll see you soon on the next one. Be happy, be strong. We got to keep getting on. See ya.